Do you know why most people never change, even when they hate their own life? Because they keep trying to become a new person overnight. They quit smoking on Monday, start a brutal diet on Tuesday, hit the gym on Wednesday, and by Sunday they're right back where they started, feeling weaker than before. You've seen it happen. And if you're honest, you've lived it. Someone promises themselves, "This time I'll change for real." They go all in. No sugar, no carbs, no excuses, no rest. And for a few days, they feel unstoppable. Then real life shows up. Stress, work, family, exhaustion. They miss one workout. They eat one bad meal. They tell themselves, "I've ruined everything." So they quit, not because they're weak, but because they used a system that was never built for humans. But what if I told you, there's a way to change that doesn't rely on willpower at all? A system so small it feels stupid, so slow that it feels pointless, so gentle it feels like it can't possibly work. Yet it has rebuilt broken addicts, failed dieters, burned out workers, and hopeless procrastinators. Not in weeks, but permanently. Let me tell you a story about the man who couldn't stand up. His name was Daniel. He was 41 years old and 138 kilos. 2 kids, 1 exhausted wife, and a job that drained every drop of energy he had. Daniel didn't hate his life. He just slowly disappeared inside it. Breakfast in the car, lunch at his desk, dinner in front of a screen. Weekends were beer, pizza, and silence. Because he was too tired for everything else. He had tried to change before. 3 gym memberships, 5 diets, 0 results that lasted. Before moving forward to the story, I want you to subscribe to the channel and comment how serious you are about your life. It really helps the channel reach more people. Plus, I enjoy reading all the comments and interact with you. Thank you for your support. Back to the topic. One Saturday morning, his daughter kicked a ball into the neighbor's garden. She asked, "Dad, can you get it?" Daniel stood up, walked 5 steps, bent down, and he couldn't get back up. Not from pain, but from weakness. That night, Daniel sat on the edge of his bed and cried. Not because he was fat, but because his daughter had just learned something about him. "My father is weak." That night, Daniel didn't make a promise. He didn't swear to change his life. He didn't write goals. He didn't download a fitness app. He did something much smaller, something almost stupid. The next morning, Daniel stood up and walked for 5 minutes. Not 5 kilometers. Not until he was exhausted. Just 5 quiet minutes. Then he went back home. No sweat. No pain. No victory speech. No motivation post. Just 5 minutes. That was the whole system. The next day, he did it again. 5 minutes. That's all. No excitement. No struggle. On the 3rd day, his brain whispered, "This is pointless." On the 4th day, it whispered louder, "This won't change anything." On the 5th day, something strange happened. He didn't want to skip. Not because he was motivated, but because it felt normal. 1 week passed. Then 2. He lost no weight. His life looked exactly the same. But something invisible had changed. He trusted himself again. For the first time in years, Daniel was no longer lying to himself. On the 8th day, Daniel walked 6 minutes. Not because he planned to. He just didn't turn back yet. On the 9th day, it became 7. On the 10th day, 8. There was no big decision. No dramatic turning point. Just tiny choices stacking on top of each other. Like grains of sand becoming a mountain. 2 weeks in, something else changed. Daniel stopped arguing with himself. There was no inner battle anymore. No "should I go today?" His body moved before his excuses showed up. The habit had become stronger than his mood. 3 weeks in, he made another tiny rule. 1 glass of water before breakfast. That's it. No diet. No tracking. Just 1 glass. A month passed. Daniel had lost 4 kilos. Not because he tried to lose weight, but because his behavior had quietly changed. He still ate pizza. He still missed workouts. But now he never quit. He always came back the next day. That was the real breakthrough. Not discipline, not motivation, but forgiveness. Forgiveness for being human. For the first time in his life, Daniel wasn't trying to be a new man. He was just being a slightly better version of yesterday. And that changed everything. 3 months passed. Daniel had lost 12 kilos. Not because he went extreme, But because he never stopped coming back, his walks had become 30 minutes, without him ever deciding they should. 1 glass of water had become 2. Still no diet. Still no rules. Just small choices that felt normal now, like brushing his teeth. And then one Saturday morning, his daughter kicked a ball again. "Dad, can you get it?" The same words as before. Daniel stood up, walked 5 steps, bent down. He picked up the ball and stood right back up. No struggle, no drama. This time, his daughter froze for half a second, then smiled. Not a big smile, just a quiet one. But in that moment, something inside Daniel broke open. Not his body, his shame. That night, Daniel didn't cry. Instead, he slept peacefully, because for the first time in years, he trusted himself again. Daniel never became a new man. He became a man who kept tiny promises. And that changed his body, his marriage, his energy, and the way his daughter looked at him. Not through force, not through suffering, but through gentleness, through patience, through 5 quiet minutes a day that he never skipped twice. That was the real system, and it works for anyone. You don't fail because you're weak. You fail because you try to change too fast. You don't need motivation. You need a system that forgives you. Start so small that it feels stupid, so gentle that it feels pointless, and promise yourself only one thing. Never skip twice. That's how broken men become strong again. Not loudly, but permanently. Most people don't fail because they stop trying. They fail because they turn one bad day into a bad life. They miss one workout, so they quit the whole week. They eat one bad meal, so they give up the whole diet. They break one promise to themselves, so they decide they're the kind of person who always fails. That story becomes their prison, and they live inside it for years. The gentle system breaks that prison with one rule. A rule so simple that it sounds like a joke. Never skip twice. You will miss days. You will fail sometimes. That's not the danger. The danger is missing the day after. Because 1 miss is an accident. 2 misses is a new habit. This rule removes guilt. It removes drama. It turns failure into a pause, not an ending. Do you know why willpower always fails? Because willpower is not strength. It's fuel, and fuel always runs out, especially on hard days. Stress drains it. Bad sleep drains it. Loneliness drains it. Decision-making drains it. So any system that needs willpower will eventually collapse. That's why extreme plans always fail. They demand strength when you are in your weakest form. The gentle system does the opposite. It demands almost nothing. So small your lazy brain says yes. So easy your fear stays quiet. And once it becomes automatic, you don't need discipline anymore. You become the kind of person who just does the thing, without arguing with yourself. You don't need a new life. You need one tiny ritual, one action that takes under 5 minutes, that you can do even on your worst day. Make it embarrassingly small. Make it impossible to fail. Then protect it like your life depends on it. Because your future does. Not with intensity, but with consistency. Not with pressure, but with patience. Start tonight, not tomorrow. Because there is no tomorrow. Not with something heroic, but with something stupidly small. That's how your old self dies. Quietly. And your new self is born. Without pain. Without drama.